Hi, today we're on CNC. We are going to make this jewelry box, and this is my first one that I made. It's undersized, and you can tell the edge is a little shorter than the other side. This program is for 4 inches, and this is 3 inches and 9 thousandths of a second. This one is made spot on. It's only 2 thousandths over. And you see how tight the lid is. Still need to clean it up and polish it, but that's on your preference. Oop.
Throwing in the towel.
First thing we do is cut 2 pieces of stock. This is a 4-inch stock by 1 inch. And then in here I have the lid, which is a 4x4 piece. You cut 1/8 over because you need to trim the sides to make it square. And we're gonna work on the body because I have it set up in the other program. The other machine, I mean. Here's the 4-inch stock, and here's the cut end where the blade cut. So we're gonna place the stock side against the chuck and my stopper. We're only trimming a little bit, so you can just have a little bit sticking out. It's fine. And you tighten down on the vise. Usually you tap down on the hammer and tighten the vise, but I only got one hand right now. And don't hit it hard because it will just bounce up. Tighten it up in the clamp. You want to measure your piece. As you see, I have, well, you can't really see, but I have 4 inches, 102 thousandths. So I'm over by 102 thousandths. So I'm going to clear off. Okay, I'm 102 thousandths oversized, so I'm not worried about the measurement right this second. So I'm going to clear off this edge right here and just make it nice and smooth. And here's the CNC machine. I'm going to put the spindle on clockwise because you shouldn't touch the tool without it on. And then I'm going to press the handle jog button. I'm going to press the X handle jog. Let me move it away, make sure it's out of the way. I'm going to do the Y, move it back. Z, we'll bring it down. Lower on my Z. See how far away I am from the tool. Press the X button, my X axis button, and go closer. Until I touch. Touching. I don't want to mess up the tool or my part, so I'm going to shut the doors. I'm going to put the coolant on. Hand job. Why? I want to move 1,000. I'm going to shut off the coolant. I'm going to raise my tool up, which is Z positive. Now I'm going to do the Y and move it forward so I can take a look. Now be careful with this coolant. This coolant is hazardous and it will mess up your tools. The coolant is hazardous and will mess up your tools. Now, you see the shiny part still need to go some more. So I'm going to go do that and I'll get back to you. Okay, here's my part flipped. So we just cleaned off this edge and I flipped it over. And see the clear side is on this side. And I measured the piece. Always measure your piece multiple times. Now this one I need 4 inches and I'm 77 thousandths off over. So I need to take off quite a bit. Okay. And because I flipped it over in the same size and I didn't move my X-axis, so my drill bit is lined up perfectly. So I know how much to take off. And be careful with the coolant because this will mess up your tool. Alright, I put my coolant on and I put my drill on. And I'm not going to move my X-axis. I'm just going to move my Y just to see if it's touching or not. And it is touching. You can hear it. Now, you're not supposed to go back on your tool like this, as I'm showing. You can't really see, sorry. But when you go backwards on your part, it's not going to come out clean. But I just wanted to see where we are and how much I need to take off. Okay. See, you barely took off anything. Now, you can't get a good measurement because this surface is not flat. You can see all the ridges. So I'm going to make a couple of cuts, small cuts, until I get it smooth and then make another measurement. Now I just made my cut And instead of moving the x-axis to move my tool back without recutting, what I do is I lift up my Z, raise up my tool, press the y-axis, and I bring the tool behind my part, so I don't lose track of my measurements there. Okay, now I'm going to measure and see how much we got. Pretty smooth surface on the side, so let's measure it. Alright, I still got 58 thousandths to take off. So what I do is come to my machine here. And I'm going to press offset. Make sure my X is highlighted. Under G54, X highlighted. And then I'm going to do, you can't see, but part 0 set. And you see that? Just turned it to 0. So now I know how much I'm going to go in, since I need to take 58 thousandths off. And don't do too much at a time. Don't do more than 220 thousandths at a time, because you can melt your piece and break a drill. Now I selected X for my handle jog, and my worst set 0, and I'm set it at 10 thousandths of an inch. So I'm going to take off 2. I'm going to take off more than 2 or 3, because it is a big cut, even though it don't seem like it. So I'm going to press X, I'm going to press handle jog, press my X, and I'm going to go in 2. 1, 2. Then I'm going to press Y. And I'm going to use my button here, which is almost like an automatic feed. Alright, so put the coolant back on. Coolant back on. Let's put the machine on. Press MDI. And you see I have my MDI set to machine on, spindle 12,000. Alright, press cycle start. Recovering speed. Coolant on. Handle jog. Press the y-axis. We're going to go Y negative. And here we go. Taking 20 thousandths off. Can you hear that? And the slower you go, the smoother the cut will be. And it's best to use a 2-flute end mill drill for the sides. Okay, I'm past the part. I'm going to shut off my coolant. I'm going to raise my Z-axis to get it out of there because I don't want to lose my position. Press the Y-axis and Y positive, so I get the table closer to me. Get everything out of the way, and yes, I'm going to measure again. I am at 4 inches and 40 thousandths, and I have 40 thousandths to take off. So let's do that. Just repeat the same procedure. Alright, now I got 4 inches and 2 thousandths of a second. So that's pretty good. And usually the tolerance is 5 thousandths. So I'm good. So now we're gonna remove it from the vise and twist it this way. So we're gonna put the clean edges that we just cut here and here against the vise and trim the stock sides, which won't be very much. Do not take a lot off the stock sides. because this is measured 4 inches, but it's slightly over because you use a ruler to measure this, so the rulers are not accurate. So this is slightly over 4 inches. Actually, let me tell you how much it is. Stock size is 4 inches, but I actually have 4 inches and 15 thousandths. So I only have 15 thousandths to take off both sides. So somehow I have to clean off each side without taking off more than 15 thousandths, or my part would be undersized. Alright, so let's get to that. So just turn the stock, like I said, from here to here, and we're going to cut these edges off. Trim them. Alright, took off 10,000, one shot, one pass, so that's good. Hopefully I didn't take off too much, because I still got to take off the other side. Because the other side is still stock. Let's do that. Okay, when I went 10,000, I took off too much, and I took off this side. I am under 5 thousandths, but I am good. And this is what we're going to be making. This is all set up for the bottom of the jewelry box. So basically, we're just going to take off this piece and put in this piece. Make sure these are called parallels, because they hold your stock up. See here? They're nice and tight. Bring it slightly. Sorry, this machine does not have a light. Oh, I gotta put the phone down and move that down. Alright, so my pot's in here. Check your parallels. See if you can move the parallels. That way you know your part is there. And here's my stopper. We are ready to go. We're going to be making this. So, I will tell you how to set it up when we do the top lid, because we use the same machine. Okay. Go to list program. We're gonna select jewelry box. Press select. Go to memory, and you're gonna have some instructions here. It says tool 1 with a 3/8 flat end mill, tool 2 with a 1/4 inch end mill, and you measure X and Y 0 from the left corner. Alright, and we are going to do single block just to make sure everything's kosher. And press cycle start. Keep pressing cycle start until I get my tool changed. We're going to do a single block just to make sure it doesn't crash. I'm going to shut off the coolant so we can see. Press second start again. And the tool is stopping like an 1/8 of an inch above the part. Okay, we're going to put the coolant back on because it looks good. And take a single block off and press go.